Hello and welcome. You listen to episode 20 of the Three Count Podcast, the podcast which covers the week's events in the world of wrestling. So let's get started.
This is the Three Count Podcast with your host, Aaron Phelan, Adam Barlow, and Michael Titley.
Hey everybody, Mike here with Aaron. I know he's not here today, so we've got Adam. Just me and Adam today.
Just me and you, man.
Just me and you. First time listening to the
We're just
podcast.
taking it in turns to take sabbatical leave, you know.
Yeah, logistical reasons and that.
It's not even the Free Count Podcast anymore. It's just that it's a 2 count. If you look, you might get a 3 count.
Yeah. So if this is the first time listening to the podcast, thanks for listening. It's produced every week for your amusement and our enjoyment. So let's get into the show. Money in the Bank last night. Well, technically it was the night before, but oh well. Did you enjoy the show?
It's pretty good, you know.
See, you know me, I'm normally easily pleased by WWE pay-per-views. Pay-per-views I'm normally easily pleased by.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
You know, I really didn't enjoy it. Well, I did enjoy it in segments, but it's why I don't like the gimmicky pay-per-view. Not gimmicky, but why I don't like, you know, the pay-per-views named after matches, because if the actual match is pretty terrible...
I thought you liked that.
I do, but when the match is not good, it's like... I don't know, it's like last time with the Elimination Chamber, when the IC Chamber was terrible, and it was just no way out. You wouldn't think it'd be that bad, but since it's the name of the pay-per-view, it's sort of like...
Symbolic.
Yeah, it's sort of hinged on the fact that match has got to be good, otherwise, why name it this pay-per-view?
Yeah, I get you.
But, like, we'll start with the first match, and it was the Money in the Bank, which
surprised me.
Yeah, it really did. I mean, I was joking with someone saying, oh, what was the first match? I thought it was probably the Money in the Bank match, but it actually was, because...
Do you think that was a wise move, or... Had that match been, like, second to last or whatever?
No, because it don't really give him much time to cash in, does it, really? If Rome, because everyone was expecting Roman to win, and then heel turn Ambrose, which I think everyone was hoping for, which I think would have been brilliant. Oh, he'd be such a good heel, Roman Reigns.
Did you mean
but anyway,
we'll
get into that later.
Yeah.
So, it was just a match. They came in, 7-man. I still think it was a bit weird. There was a rumour that Brock Lesnar was going to be into it.
Was there?
Which I thought was weird. No, that rumour that Brock Lesnar was going to be into the match.
I didn't, you know.
You know, I was...
Don't read rumours, mate. I'm not smart.
You bastard. Neither am I. I just was looking at the betting odds, and then Brock Lesnar was like 40 to 1. I thought, Brock Lesnar and the Money in the Bank, I cannot imagine that, and they weren't. But yeah, it was... from start to finish, it worked great, I didn't think. It weren't really... There was no... Other than Kofi Kingston, there's no one who could do ladder tricks. Maybe Neville, but no one did anything with them.
Reigns did a pretty good ladder trick.
That pole bomb was brilliant. I've got to admit that. And then the second power one was brilliant. But other than that, the ladders weren't really used.
Yeah. Ziggler took a few crazy smacks to the face, which I thought he was going to get busted. Me, you know.
He headbutted Sheamus, didn't he? I thought you should have learned your lesson from last time.
Yeah, you don't give a shit, man.
Yeah, but it was an okay match. It was probably one of the back end of a Money in the Bank that I've ever seen. And then we had the New Day coming out and then nearly winning the match for Kofi, but Roman put a stop to it, and then Roman climbed the ladder, the lights go out, and then Bray Wyatt comes back.
A few that I've said I want to see quite a few times in the past.
See, I think we predicted this quite a few weeks ago, just after the Ryback feud, that he could be in line with Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
But I weren't happy because I had a wager on Roman Reigns to cash in at the night, but I weren't that too bothered. But
you never win anyway, do you?
No, I never do, to be honest. But then when it's sort of like Bray Wyatt came in, I don't know, looked crazy as he does, pushed Roman Reigns off the ladder, and it was like, who capitalises? Like, you know, you're looking who's coming up, and then it was Sheamus rise from the rubble, and then it was one of them think, oh god, no way Sheamus won this, and then Adrian climbed to the top of the ladder with him.
Mm-hmm.
They had a bit of a brawl, and then Sheamus won it. I didn't really get. It was a bit of a weak thing on the top of the ladder.
Well, what annoyed me, it happened quite a few times, was I think there might have been spots that were called too early because you had people on top of the ladder purposefully, like, not trying to get the...
Yeah, like pushing it away. I thought that was quite weird.
You know, like, as if they got up there early, or the person who was meant to stop them was being a bit too slow or whatever.
Yeah. It sort of is annoying when that happens, and you're just thinking like, in terms of when you think you can get behind it, think, why you just grab it now, quick.
Yeah.
But it's a bit. It was. I mean, Sheamus winning. I mean, it could have been worse. I mean, I like Sheamus. He's one of the best heels, and I think if you win the Money Bank, you have to be a heel.
Because it's a heelish way of winning.
Yeah, it's not that.
Unless you're Cena and then you give a week's notice.
Yeah, or Rob Van Dam give a week's notice.
Oh yeah, he did. Hey, he knows his shit.
My John Cena fact. But I just thought like when no one was capitalising, when everyone was on the forethought, it can't be Neville, it can't be Ziggler, it can't be Randy, and then Sheamus or Kofi were the only ones that I thought that could win it, and then it was Sheamus. But I think he will be good because he's a brilliant heel. And then I thought the crowd was a bit bad though. When they were all booing Reigns and
this is why. It's just a theory of mine, but this is why I think they had Sheamus win it. Just because they were, it's like WWE's way of saying, well, if you're gonna whine about us, doing what we think's best, then we'll give you this pile of shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind Sheamus winning either way, but that's how I see it personally.
I know you haven't watched Raw. I'm not going to talk about Raw and stuff because you haven't had time to watch it. But when he did come out on Raw, you can tell he just suits being Mr. Money in the Bank. But
yeah.
I think though the match was a bit stupid. The contestants in it. Was it 3 4 Money in the Bank winners? Ziggler,
Randy. Oh yeah, I forgot Randy was in it.
And can't think of who else was in it now. Was Kane? Kane was the Money in the Bank winner.
Kane's won one, yeah.
So they had, out of the 7 contestants, 3 of them have already won it. So is it getting to the point where they're probably not going to do it for too long more? The Money in the Bank?
No, not at all. It's fine when people. I don't mind people being in it that have won it before. If anything, it's sort of like I like the mix. Someone who's new to it, because they're always going to have new wrestlers, aren't they?
So, yeah, of course they are. Yeah.
You're going to have the rookies in there, the ones who have never been in there. You'll have the ones that have been in a Money in the Bank ladder match before but have never won it.
You have to have the people like Kofi who can do a few ladder tricks and then not win it, like Royal Rumble. But it was okay. It was sort of disappointing, to be honest, especially as it opened the show. I mean, if a show opener's bad, it puts a damper on it, especially when it was a big match like that, I thought.
When it was the marquee match.
Yeah, and then next we had Paige versus Nikki Bella, and Paige dedicating a match to Dusty Rhodes at the start. So when I saw that, I thought, she's pissed this match then. What do you think of the match?
I thought the match was brilliant,
I did as well, to be honest.
It was really good.
I do complain a lot about there's not enough divas in the roster who actually can wrestle well.
Them two killed it, man.
But Nikki Bella's real. But do you know? I think this is the 4th time in a row we've had this match now.
What, Nikki versus Paige?
Yep.
Might be,
I'm sure it's the 4th time now because I think we had it on Raw, we had it on SmackDown, we had it at the Elimination Chamber, which is a bit concerning. And they just, I mean, it was a good match. Don't get me wrong,
as long as they're putting on a good match, I don't mind.
Yeah. I mean, they kept doing it with Paige and AJ, didn't they? And they were producing good matches. But it was a good match. I mean, the ending, at the middle of this match, I thought, right, how's Twin Magic going to get involved? And what we saw from, last time, I thought, I actually tweeted, it'd be more look like if me and Brock Lesnar did Twin Magic, which I thought was quite funny, but no one else did. And then we did have, them switching again.
I think they put more effort into this time.
Yeah, they did this time, because I think she had the same trunks, didn't she, as Nikki?
Same trunk, she, extended her boobs a bit with tissue.
Put lipstick on, and then ran into the ring, rolled up Paige rolled up her, got the 1, 2, 3, and then Brie complained to the ref saying that she was actually Nikki, which I was fuming at. Then the match, it didn't restart, it continued, and then Nikki hits him with a forearm, does the rack attack, and then picks up the win. But it was just sort of like, I don't know, are we going to get this every time that they're doing it now? They haven't done Twin Magic since they actually were identical twins.
Yeah.
And now they're doing it now. Is it a bit of pulling all tricks out of the bag?
Yeah, it definitely looks that way. I'm looking forward to see where it goes, Who do
you reckon is next in the Divas title?
I think Paige is going to stay in it. It's like, it makes me think back to the time when, Eve Torres was the champion and Caitlyn was the challenger. And Eve did everything she could to screw Caitlyn out of winning. She was getting herself DQ'd, counted out, cheap wins. It must have happened like 3 or 4 times until eventually she got the final match where the stipulation was if, Eve was counted out, disqualified, or, pulled any dirty tricks, she'd lose the title. And then Caitlyn finally won it, and it was a really big payoff moment. It sounds like, it looks like that's where they're headed to, They've got to screw Paige out of it as many times as they can, and then finally she'll get it. And it'll be really good. And then she'll be a 3-time Divas champ. Up there with the best.
I'm not complaining about this. I'm not slagging her off, but Naomi's sort of fallen out the whole big picture now. How do you see that being a Naomi fan? Are you annoyed? Are you...
Well, no, I wouldn't say she's fell out, but yeah, it's only been 2 weeks since she was last in the Divas Championship match, so
You not heard anything from her though, have they?
We've not, no. We just have
is
to
she
see.
Injured? Is she just thinking, maybe this was a bad choice?
No, I think they were just focusing on intact because it's a singles match. We're just focusing on the 2 main competitors. But we'll see. Time will soon tell. We've not got another pay-per-view now for 5 weeks, so there's your idea of a 2-week pay-per-view every...
I love it. Well, we've only had 3. But I've been loving it, me. Been absolutely loving it.
Yeah.
I think it's great. Because it's so much better. You might not agree, but it's so much better when you're watching it live.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'd enjoy Raw a lot more probably if I watched it live, if I was able to watch it live, but it's just so good live. Watching
Raw live's effortsome. It's too long, man.
I think if they cut down the adverts though, it wouldn't be. I think it's just because you keep watching adverts.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the bad reasons. But I would watch Raw every week live if I weren't working, because I work nights, obviously. So.
And I'd love to watch these last few pay-per-views I've watched live, but again, work.
Yeah, but you don't work nights, you work in the day.
I do.
So anyway, let's move on to a match that...
Yeah, it's getting me mad then, getting me mad.
Yeah, working you, bro. I think it was the Big Show versus Ryback. Yeah, it was, yeah.
Can't remember, but let's talk about it anyway.
Actually, it was, because I remember saying something. It was an okay match,
2 big guys going at each other. It's the best you're going to get.
I heard that one of my friends told me that Miz was going to be involved in a triple threat match, so I was really looking forward to that. And then when Miz came out in his attire, I thought, no, he's not wrestling. But he's just so good on commentary.
He is.
He could be the next Paul Heyman. Easily. He's so good on the mic. It's unreal. He's just such a good heel.
Gets under his skin, doesn't he?
I love him, though, so it's not like I don't want to sound, what's the word you use?
Like a smart.
But I think The Miz is awesome.
I think he's awesome, but I can easily hate him as well.
See, I can't. I just find him brilliant. I just find him funny when I'm watching him.
Well, no, because it annoyed me when he interfered in the match, but not annoyed me to the sense where I was getting annoyed at the product. Just it annoyed me the way it should have annoyed me. I think he's good at doing his job. He's good at making me want to hate him.
See, when the match did end with I think did the Big Show push the Miz over the announce table? Then there was a spot where they were both on the floor in the ring, and Miz started attacking Big Show with a mic.
Yeah,
and then ran out the ring, and I thought, oh, you legend,
you ledge. So Big Show technically got the win. So there's my prediction. Cha-ching.
I know, cha-ching. If only had a bet on it, 6-1.
No,
would have been alright.
Would have been alright though.
But yeah, then. It was actually quite funny because I was having a talk, during something when the pay-per-view was on with one of my friends, and I was like, that was actually the match of the night so far, including endings. Couldn't stop laughing. But it was an okay. I don't know where it leads. Is it going to end to a triple threat match between the 3 of them in the next pay-per-view?
It definitely looks that way.
I'd really like that. I think that would be quite good.
Who would you like to see leaving with the title there, The Miz?
Oh, The Miz. I think The Miz can screw his way to win it. That's the best bit, though.
Yeah.
That's what The Miz can do. There's nothing that he can't do when he's wrestling, which I love about him. He's so bad he's good.
He's the full package.
Yeah.
Full heel package.
So then we had, I think I'm right here in saying, the match of the season, John Cena versus Kevin Owens.
Definitely so far, yeah. Match of the year so far.
What a match.
Fantastic.
Oh, God. This was just... I was fully hyped for this, and then I was jumping all over the place when it was like... But there was a point where... I can't remember what Cena did something, he missed. And then they were showing a replay replay, and then Kevin Owens hit the pop-up powerbomb during when they were
Yeah.
showing the replay. I was, who is doing the replays?
They've got to sort it, haven't they?
Because they've never ever done this before. They always get the spot times right. You know, when to do a replay on the spot,
Yeah.
they get it right. But now they're just missing them. But that match was brilliant. That Canadian, I can't think of the name. Like John Cena sort of flipped him from underneath.
Oh, that, yeah, I forgot. No, it's called a sunset flip.
You sure? I thought it was called the like Canadian pile driver or something.
No, sunset flip, I think.
Is it sunset flip? Oh, that was brilliant. That
was fantastic, yeah.
Couldn't believe it.
And then we got a cheeky little Cena Carana as well.
You know what? That's the reason why I seen Carrot on TV, because he can do Hurricanranas. That's the only thing he can do. Seen that?
Well, no, you see, the reason I like the Cena Carana so much is because it and this is you might see it as an insult, but believe me, it's not. It looks sloppy, which is good because Cena isn't supposed to do those moves.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I do agree.
Right.
When he was going for the powerbomb and then he just did that. I thought, yes, Cena.
That was really good.
All the powerbombs from Kevin Owens, the one off the top rope, I thought it was over.
Well, I thought Kevin had it when he went for the pop-up powerbomb, and then it was reversed because he reversed it into the Hurricanrana so last second. I thought he was going to break his neck when he did it, but I genuinely thought that was it then. Like, I thought he was going to hit the bomb, and then
it was just such a great match, though. I think like some of the spots in it,
it's crazy, man.
I think there was a point where he was going for the pop-up powerbomb. Cena just jumped over him. It was just, and then he did an FU Kevin Owens to him. He still kicked out. I'm surprised that Cena didn't do a pop-up powerbomb, to be honest, though.
Yeah.
That really, I was really expecting that, and then he did. But it didn't affect the match or anything. I'm not saying like that. But then we ended with was it Owens pushing him into the ropes? He did the springboard stunner and then the FU. And then, what a match it was, though. I thought it was match of the season.
It was fantastic.
I'm so glad Cena won, though.
Yeah. What about the end then?
I know, yeah, Cena. And we had Cena shaking hands with him, giving his NXT title, and then Kevin Owens being a bastard and doing that powerbomb into the rope. Into the apron.
Well, that's the same powerbomb that's took out Sami Zayn.
I'm surprised Cena kicked out, though, if you done it in the match.
He took Alex Riley out of it. Oh, you've seen it before, haven't you?
Yeah, I remember at the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
At the NXT TakeOver, was it?
Yeah.
But yeah, Cena will come back stronger. He always does.
No, of course. But no, that was I like that ending. That was pretty decent.
It was just a great match. Did we have just before the tag champ? The tag champs was after this. I can't think which match was next now.
No, I don't know.
What match was next now?
Tag champ. I'm hoping you know. The tag title match was the second.
That was just before.
Match.
Yeah, that was just before that. It was. I don't think the tag titles was next, actually, wasn't it?
It probably was.
Right, we'll review that then.
I think it was 8 matches, including the pre-show.
So, tag match, what do you think? I'll leave, because you are a big New Day fan, so I'll let you get into this match. I'm a big Primetime Player fan.
It's weird that I'm a big New Day fan, you're a big Primetime Player fan, but our predictions were completely opposite.
No, I said you're a big time New Day fan and a big time Primetime fan.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You review the match.
So you'd think that you'd have predicted Primetime Players and I'd have predicted the New Day, but no, that wasn't the case. No, it was a good match. I wanted Primetime Players to win. I thought they were going to as well.
See, I didn't think that. Me, I thought it was a win for the New Day all day long.
I just couldn't see if the Primetime Players lost. I couldn't see them getting another shot after it and still looking credible. So, and it's pretty obvious that the writers see them as, like, strong, as championship material.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Otherwise they wouldn't have been pushing them as much as they have been over the last few months. So it just seemed like the right time to do it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think
it was at the end. It ended sooner than I expected. Even though that was Titus's finisher, it just didn't seem.
Well, to me though, when I was watching it, I was thinking, when I was watching it, I was thinking, how long are they going to give Dean Ambrose there, Seth Rollins? Because, I mean, they could go on for hours, them two, and have a great match, but then I think it was about 3 o'clock here, and then it ended the match. I thought they've got a whole hour.
Yeah.
You've got to
You've got to count. I never get excited. I used to, but now when I realise, there's an hour and it's the main event, I think, well, no, 10 minutes for the little pre-match promo. Like another 10 minutes for the entrances. Yeah. It's usually about 30 to 40 minutes of the main event. Wait, we talk about the main event now, or are we still on the...
No, still on the tag champs. Was you happy with the result in the whole match then?
Was I what, sorry?
Happy with the result in the whole match?
Yeah, definitely. It's nice to finally see the primetime players, with the titles, and I'm really looking forward to it, see what the future brings for them.
Did you think it was the right time, though?
Yeah.
Did you? All right, because
I've been thinking it's the right time for them to hold the title since they started.
See, no, I don't mean it like that. I mean it in terms of the New Day losing the title.
No, I think it's the right time because they won the titles in a fluke fashion. They've been holding on to them in a fluke fashion. So it's the whole point of the way I've been looking at the New Day storyline with them holding the titles is we're just waiting for the moment where they finally lose the title, where they can't hold on to it anymore because they have no more tricks up the sleeve.
Yeah,
this was a 2-on-2 match. They didn't have Kofi at the side. I was really amused by the promo they cut before the match, actually. Like, sort of hinting at how Kofi's been in the last 6 Money in the Bank ladder matches, but he's not won them.
Oh, yeah, it's like he's been in the last 20 Royal Rumble matches.
The way they said it,
one person.
He's been robbed from another Money in the Bank championship opportunity. I thought that was really great.
But yeah, but for where that went. But I'm probably glad with the primetime players being champions. I want to see how it goes.
They're a really good tag team. They're the full package. They're entertaining. They're good in the ring. They're funny. They're really funny.
We've got Mr. Never on TV, Darren Young, and Mr. Titus O'Neil being tag team champions, so it should be good.
Mr. Never on TV.
Oh, what was his nickname?
Mr. No Days Off.
You sure? I'm sure it was Mr. Never on TV.
Nah, Mr. No Days Off, man.
I thought it'd be the opposite, Mr. Always Days Off.
Well, just because someone's not on TV, don't mean they're not doing out, does it? You should know this, you big smart.
Yeah, we should know this from Marie. She's always, pushing it.
Oh, you did not see the reaction she got on, Oh, no, you probably did. Did you? What was she on now?
On TakeOver.
Oh, it was on NXT. The last episode that I watched. So it was
no, I'm not seeing
It's probably last week. She came out and cut a little promo and the crowd absolutely shat on her.
Oh, really?
Nobody is pleased with her.
Aaron will be gutted. Aaron will be gutted,
See,
me and Aaron are big Eve Marie fans. We'll be backing her to the full extent.
Oh, I don't dislike her or anything. I just don't.
I just think that,
I could take her or leave her. I don't really mind.
It just seems like, I don't know if it's true, she's only just started wrestling now and she's been with the company for what?
Well, that's still what it is.
3 years.
Yeah. She was brought on as like a pretty face for Total Divas, really.
I mean, it's not her fault at the end of the day. If they're telling her this, I mean,
oh yeah,
she'll do this.
It's not her fault.
But I do think, she is a bit of an head the ball. I mean, I can think of countless times where I watched on the radio once and she got the pay-per-view date wrong and the time wrong.
That was all on purpose, though.
Was it on purpose, that?
It was like the time when she and 3MB were coming to the ring and she missed out Jinder Mahal's name. You may insert your sarcastic comment here if you want.
Why? Who's Jinder Mahal?
There you go. There it is. She purposely missed out his name.
Yeah, Jinder Mahal. That's what I said then.
For a segment on Total Divas.
Right, is that what it was for?
A lot of her botches were purposely for that show, but I probably shouldn't tell you that because you believe it's real, don't you?
They used to before Orange Ball, didn't they?
Oh,
bastards.
It's a shame that,
But I actually do remember that because Drew was on it. I remember.
Yeah,
Drew was on it.
he was, and he looked so vexed. It was so funny.
No, he weren't. He was nice about him.
No, he looked vexed though. He just looked so confused and just why am I on this show? He was looking at Eva Marie as if to say, "This bitch is on TV more than I am." Yeah, that's how he was looking at her.
And she's a better wrestler probably, even though she's not started yet. Ooh,
you know what? You know what? I'm so gonna get him to bang you out when we meet him.
Do it, mate. Actually, I don't think you actually realise that I am a fan of Drew. I just do it to piss you off. like Aaron does it with Cena. We all know he's a Cena fan.
Do you reckon? Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big Cena fan.
You're not a fan of Drew. God.
Yeah. He's
No,
this
is... Oh, no. Get out. This is the thing you're doing now, isn't it? Where, I'm getting the chance to meet somebody, I'm going to start sucking up to him big time.
Oh,
you did it with Emma. Fuck off. You're not having that. Oh, piss off.
You were just jealous that you didn't get a high five.
I was. Is your Randall's in the way? Taking my spotlight.
Oh, yeah.
Right, go on.
Bastard, aren't I? So let's move on to the main event then.
Let's do it, man.
We had Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins, and then Triple H before the match got a great promo and said,
that was very
this
good.
is your time.
I like that.
Hyped him up.
That was really good.
I thought the match was good, but I don't know.
How about it? It was fantastic.
It was so good, but it was just sort of one of them where I don't know. Are
you talking out your ass?
Should be dickhead. I don't know, I just didn't really I did get behind it towards the end, but at the start and the middle, it was just sort of like...
Well, that's what I expected from them. I didn't expect it to be all just full on messing with ladders all through the match. I
not full on messing with ladders. I thought it'd be just a full on, a brutal match, but it was a good match.
It was well paced in my opinion. It started off with some pretty good classic wrestling, and then moved on to the brawling, and then the ladders came into play, and it was some really good spots in that match as well. Kudos to both of them.
I thought the one where he kept powerbombing into the what they called the barricade.
Into the barricade, yeah. And then onto the ladder. That looked pretty painful.
Dean Ambrose just looks like his spine just broke, but you don't know. Like the stuff that he does, when you can hear it and you think that must have hurt that. Yeah, how would you get out from that? But it was a good match. I didn't. There was a spot where Dean Ambrose was trying to grab him and. Seth ran up, jumped over the barricade. I thought, if I was Dean, I'd just run in and get the title now. I think there's a ladder in the middle of the ring. It's been funny, that.
It's a good point,
But the match ended with Seth Rollins piling a ladder and a load of chairs on top of Dean, climbing the ladder as slow as he could. Dean jumping from Bulls rising from the ashes. And then,
Bulls rising from the ashes?
Pardon?
Did you just say Bulls rising from the ashes?
No.
Oh, I thought you said Bulls. Sorry.
No, he rose from the ashes, jumped in the ring, and then they had some sort of tussle where they both had the title. Both fell to the ring, and then Seth Rollins had the title and won.
That was
which I thought was a great way to end it.
It really was, yeah.
It made Dean look very...
both of them had it in the hand at some point whilst they were falling.
But it could, we've both seen what happened on Raw, so if we had to say that it could lead to a rematch at Battleground, to be honest.
I wouldn't mind seeing a triple threat match between him, Lesnar, and...
Yeah, it would be good, that. But
Dean Ambrose, yeah.
Oh, no, did you enjoy the pay-per-view, then?
I really did, yeah.
Oh, we missed out the pre-show. That's what we missed out.
Well, I didn't watch it anyway. Did you watch it?
Yeah, it was pretty awful, the match.
I predicted it right. I think that's all that matters.
Just Barrett's a massive jobber. You can't take him seriously as King now. It's silly.
I think the whole King Barrett thing is to just... It's just to drop Bad News Barrett, wasn't it?
You reckon?
No, I don't reckon. Well, yeah, I do reckon, yeah. Well,
I just think it was pretty... the match weren't great, and then Truth won. It was just like, are you serious? Why can't Barrett just beat our Truth once?
Why
but
not?
No, he didn't.
Let's have a little bit of bragging rights then. We'll go through our quick predictions as to what we said and who's the champion here. So, for the pre-show match, so we had our Truth, King Barrett. I did predict our Truth.
You did?
You and Aaron predicted King Barrett, so I'm on one there.
I think you beat us, to be honest, before.
Do you reckon?
I think
well, the second one was...
Both our theories fell through, to be honest.
The second match I've listed is Big Show versus Ryback, which, again, I said Big Show was going to win. Technically did.
Technically, yeah, you win that one.
Technically, yeah. Then I put the Primetime Players as the next match, which, again, I got right.
Page, we all got screwed.
We all got screwed on Page. I lost on this John Cena Kevin Owens match.
I won, obviously.
You two got a point there. Then for the Money in the Bank match, we all lost that one. And then finally the main event, I did predict that Seth Rollins would win and there would be no cash in. Got that one there. Yeah, I think I'm the champion of this one.
See, my whole thing rested on Roman Reigns winning the Money in the Bank. So mine was as soon as Roman lost, mine was out the water.
You just couldn't wait to see that heel turn, could you?
Oh, really? Oh, he'd be such a good heel, because I think it's better because of all the buddy stuff that him and Dean have been, and it's been like, oh, is he going to heel to? And now that he didn't, it's just a bit like, I don't know, a bit all for nothing, to be honest.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
No, I'd agree with that. But I mean,
don't get me wrong, it was good, but I thought if it was leading to something, it'd be even better. But since it didn't lead to something, it's just sort of, I don't know. I don't want to say pointless, but it was a bit, it didn't have to be, it didn't need to be done unless they were building it to something.
yeah.
But, to be fair though, I'll give Aaron credit. He did actually predict that to me on a text that it'd go dark, and then Roman and Clover out the ring, it'd go dark and Braid come in and stop him. But he thought Kofi'd win, and then Brock had beat Kofi in Japan or something to get the Money in the Bank off him.
That's smart. That's pretty smart.
I think he said that something about they could.
Yeah, it makes you wonder why Brock and Kofi are facing off out of everybody that he could face. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still looking forward to that either way. It's going to be.
It would have been brilliant that if Aaron was right though.
Yeah.
But he weren't. But oh well.
What can you do?
So moving on to Raw. I mean, we've both not watched Raw. We've only seen the ending because we both got it spoiled. We had all through the night. Seth Rollins was wondering who was.
Well, no. Well, I've not.
Do you not want to listen to the?
No, not at all.
Sure?
I've literally. It's hard to explain. I was on WWE.com reading a news report about the 2K16, and there was literally the tiniest at the bottom of a page thumbnail, and it was just literally a picture of Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar looking at each other. That is all I saw. So to be fair, it could have been from anything, but I'm just assuming it was from tonight, and it looks like it. So no, I'm going to watch it now once we finish this call.
No, right, so we won't talk about that.
We will not.
Thanks.
We'll more than likely do one at a podcast midweek, reviewing everything else of the week, probably.
Of course, the normal 3 Count Sunday.
When is Aaron back?
He's back on Friday, I think. Friday or Saturday.
Okay.
So
that's fine then.
He'll be back then, if you missed him.
He'll be back, and I'll probably take a sabbatical.
Yeah, probably. One of them will be
something like that.
2 people, 3 Count podcast. So thanks for listening, guys. Don't forget
cheers,
to
everyone.
like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for all our Podbean listeners. And that's about it, guys. So thanks. I hope you enjoyed the show. See you next time.
You've been listening to the 3 Count Podcast. Be sure to tune in next week for more weekly wrestling roundup.